we're feeling a lot more optimistic about the camper. We feel like, you know, all of the mold has been removed, so that's good. We're feeling a little tired though. We are back in the camper, and we want to show you what we've been up to. We've gotten a lot of priming done, so all of the priming is getting pretty close to being done. But we have a couple other projects that need to take place in here as well, so we'll show you what that is. But let's show everything that we've primed so far. So
everything.
We got all of the cabinets done, the walls done, the little kitchen area done. We didn't do over here yet because we have something else we're gonna do there, but all of this is primed. So this is one coat of the Zinsser coverall primer. It's meant to go over like cabinets and even wallpaper. And
yes,
the wallpaper on campers is like behind everything, so you don't take it off, you just paint over it from everything that we've researched, right?
And I was gonna pull the border, but I started pulling the border in one section and all the sticky stuff stayed behind. So I put it back on and said we're just gonna prime over everything.
Yep.
So we're painting over it all.
And we're feeling a lot more optimistic about the camper. We feel like, you know, all of the mold has been removed, so that's good. We're feeling a little tired though.
Yeah,
the camper. All the painting we're doing is purely cosmetic.
But we started it, so we can't stop now.
We can't turn around now, but I was adding it up. We have about 10 hours just getting it to this point. So it's been
We have to do 3 coats.
It's taking 3 coats. I'll show you in the bedroom area, the bunk room. I have 3 coats back there, so it's really tedious and time consuming. And we're like, what are we doing? We're not as young as we used to be.
Kids aren't gonna care. Yeah, no, we're definitely not as young.
So but like Tom said, there's no turning back now. So it is what it is. So we have 2 weeks until we take off, and so we're just trying to get it all done. So, but I do have a couple questions for you. I want to show you this kitchen area over here. So we're doing the upper cabinets white and the wall white all the same color just to kind of keep it bright and open. I want to ask your opinion on this base cabinet here. My thought was to do a darker color because I know how white cabinets go in our house and they are a huge pain to keep clean.
Especially lowers.
Especially lowers, right.
Yeah.
And so our thought was to do that in a darker charcoal color. I'll show you, I have the sample. And then also over here, Tom has to rebuild that back in, and we would do that in the dark color as well.
Also, the front of the fridge, we were gonna do the dark charcoal, right? So we were gonna do.
You wanna hold that up? Gosh, it almost looks black out here. In the light, it looks kind of like a dark gray charcoal. Yeah, it looks black. Anyway, so
we were gonna do charcoal on the fridge, the base,
and then down here, yeah.
We were also gonna. I got appliance paint to paint the stove black.
Yep.
Which now that I'm looking at the stove, there's all this stuck on. Like, maybe do we paint everything but this black, except this piece?
Well, and I'm wondering if we paint the cabinets black, do we want to leave the stove white or would we want it black? So we would like to know your opinion. Do you think
I had thought maybe this, if we do the lowers black and the fridge black, I thought maybe that just this goes black too.
I know, but when it was wood color before, when we painted it white, it really brightened it up in here, so I am hesitant.
Well, everything got brighter, but I get what you're saying. You know.
So we'd love your opinion. Do you think we should go a darker color on these bases, or should we do white, just keep everything the same color, makes it easy to touch up and keeps it bright and open in here?
The other thing too is the flooring that we got for in here is a lighter floor. It's more of like a trendy, worn look.
Yeah, it's a wood.
Yeah, it's
grain,
it's like a vinyl plank wood grain.
We can show you
some of that. It's lighter, but it does have some hints of dark into it. Yeah.
And dark, yeah. It has a good amount of variation.
Overall, though, the floor will be lighter when the new flooring's down.
Yes.
Yep.
Question number 2 is, do you think Tom should grow his beard back? I've seen comments both ways. I'm enjoying seeing his face again. I like it like this, where it's a little bit scruffy, but not necessarily the full beard. But I didn't mind the beard either, so let us know. Beard or no beard. Alright, so let's talk about what we have going on in this corner. So there was a floor-to-ceiling...
This is just... I'm sorry.
Yeah,
this
no,
is
that's
just
fine.
sitting here. This is just...
That was the outside of the cabinet. There was a...
Yeah, this just has the furnace, the tank dumps,
Okay.
like, for all the...
okay, levels.
The gray, the clean, and the black tank, and then an carbon monoxide detector.
So it has important stuff
Right.
in it.
They're just on it, so
Yeah.
I'm gonna remove them and mount them into the new thing that we do.
So there was a floor-to-ceiling cabinet here. When we were taking care of the mold issue, Tom just pulled it out, and it like just folded right off. It was pretty crazy.
Well,
Yeah.
everything did. So
So what we were thinking though is instead of putting that back in here, we had the thought that it'd be kind of nice to put a TV above or up there somewhere. Which is funny because we don't actually watch a lot of TV, but we're just thinking after a long day of hiking or doing, being active, that the kids might like to just watch a show. And so we're thinking of putting a TV up on the top, and then we have an IKEA dresser in the house that we really haven't been using for much.
no.
That would fit out here. But we would want to mount it to the wall. So both those things would get mounted to the wall.
Yeah, securely mounted so it's not removable.
However, that wall is not actually it's just like, I don't even know. It's kind of like this paneling, like very thin.
1/8 inch?
1/8 inch. So our thought was to add some shiplap to give the wall just a little bit of strength so that we can actually mount a TV.
So it would
to
be
it.
like a tongue and groove is what
That's
it is.
what it is.
wouldn't
Yeah,
be-
it's not really
it'd be-
shiplap.
It would be tongue and groove, but it would look like shiplap from
Yeah.
what I've looked at. So it would be on this wall and that wall, not
we would
not that way. We'd stop it at the top.
at there.
So it'd be this wall and this wall. and
Just
that
to kind
would
of
be
give it some
glued
strength.
and nailed on. And then that would be twofold. I would channel out the backside to cover up this wiring.
Yep.
And then there is also all this wiring for all of these gadgets.
Yeah.
Needs to get covered up.
Right. So we
So
can
I
kind
would
of tuck
cover
it all
that
behind
up.
there.
And then this would all get mounted into the side of the
Dresser.
that we're going to put here. So I think the dresser would be like something like that.
Yeah, I think that'd be about right. Yeah.
And then the TV we would put as fairly small TV.
Yeah.
Just mounted on the wall.
But we need to put like a bracket so we could kind of angle it out
Yep.
and stuff. So that could not just mount to this right now.
And electrical. There's no electrical for a TV either.
That's the other thing I didn't even think about. Tom's like, well, we have to add an outlet back there. Then there's no outlets over here. So you're going to run electrical from the bathroom.
I can steal power from the back side of the vanity.
Okay.
And run it from the vanity underneath the tub over the wheel well and up the wall and put a plug anywhere I want.
Okay.
So that's not that big of an issue for me to add one or two outlets over here.
We were also talking about if we should keep this like cushion
Save
there.
my forehead.
And I'm like, I kind of feel like we need that because, once in a while Tom, he's just tall, so he tends to bonk his head.
Like daily, like every single day.
So we might have to recover that and keep that there.
Yep. Maybe we'll embroider it with something like a warning for me.
Like duck, Tom.
Look out, Tom.
So yeah, we'll keep you posted on that. So so I'm gonna work on getting a layer of paint on these cabinets out here, and Tom's gonna work on we'll probably get the electrical figured out.
I have to get electrical
first.
done before we put anything on the walls.
And so then once this corner is figured out, the other big thing is getting the water heater in so we can test the water in here and make sure we don't have any leaks, and then we can get the flooring put back in. So that is our plan for today.
For today.
For the next
few
couple
days.
days. Yeah, sorry. Yeah. So I will show you back here. So all of this has been primed and painted. So it's just a white, I forget the color. I'll put the color down below. It almost looks like it could use another coat, which just makes me kind of sad. This cabinet does need another coat. I've only put like 2 coats on here. But this wall is just the primer still, and then that has a coat of paint on it. So yeah, it's gonna take every bit of 3 coats with 1 coat of primer and 2 coats of paint, but it's gonna look pretty cool when it's done. It is very gratifying though when you go to put the paint on, isn't it?
Well, the first coat was not, the primer was not very gratifying.
No.
This totally is.
Because the primer just kind of makes it look worse, but this is like, oh, I can start to see it coming together.
I think it might look good.
It might look good, yeah. And this is just like a premium interior latex satin finish paint that was recommended to us. For the lower cabinets, we want to get an actual like cabinet paint like we use.
Like we did in the house.
In the house, because that is holding up awesome.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's like an acrylic finish to it. It's like a hard...
Yeah, it creates like an enamel or like a shell almost over the cabinet, so it's been really great. So we were just taking a painting break to, I thought you were gonna do the electrical and you ended up helping paint with me. Is it more fun than electrical?
No, I just know that the painting is probably a lot more time consuming than
The electrical.
what I have to do with the electrical.
Okay. So Tom just laid out a few pieces of our flooring. It's a vinyl plank flooring. We like it because it's very durable, waterproof. But we're thinking it looks way darker in here.
Yeah, it looks really dark in here.
Than it did in the store or in our house when we had it laid out.
Yeah, we laid it out in the house on top of our existing flooring just to see, and it looks like super light.
Yeah.
Like almost like borderline too light. But out here it looks really dark.
So, and it doesn't look as gray, does it? It looks kind of like a dirty brown.
I'm wondering if the lights though, the lights
That's
are yellow.
True. These lights, we saw kind of yellowy bulbs in.
Or white LED bulbs, so that might change it too. You know?
Yeah, I don't really care for this out here though. So we might end up having to take that back to the store and get some different stuff. What are you thinking?
Really?
Well, I don't know. What do you think?
It's just a camper.
The thing, what I'm thinking is you're actually going to see like a lot of it because we're going to do a counter here. This back section is going to get kind of boxed out again.
Finished off something else.
But you're actually still going to see a lot of this. So I want it to be something we like.
Well, I know you do. Part of me just really thinks it's the lighting in here.
Yeah, because we're inside our shed right now.
Yeah, we're in our shed.
You can see there's one window out there letting light in.
Yeah, it's the only window in the shed is what you're seeing back there.
Yeah.
And then all these lights are kind of a yellow.
Right. Alright, so we won't make any rash decisions right now about the flooring then. Is that what you're saying? Chill out, Dawn.
Relax, it'll be fine.
Alright. It'll all work out. So you're just taking down that little trim piece and you're gonna put up the last piece of shiplap? Or paneling or whatever it's called?
Yeah. I have it notched out so that I can leave it on.
Oh, okay.
But it bulges out right here.
Got
so
it.
I need to clip that out.
So Adeline hasn't been in here since we started ripping everything apart. What do you think? It's changed quite a bit.
Yeah, it has. It looks really nice.
Do you like the white paint?
Yeah. Yeah.
Cool.
Alright, tell everybody what you really said, Adeline.
What did you say?
I want to hear what I said. It looks interesting.
It looks interesting? Uh-oh. It's different.
Well, also it's not finished. So it's like, what? The first thing I saw when I walked in was
Oh, yeah, that area doesn't look super nice right now.
Looks way nicer than it did a week ago.
Yes, that's true.
Last piece.
Yay. It's probably taking like 4 hours?
Oh, what time is it?
Well, it's after 5, I guess.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah.
Oh,
it's after
yeah.
5?
Yeah, 4 hours.
Yay. Now it feels like a cabin in here.
That's good, I guess.
I like it.
Alright, here is the final, well, kind of final product.
I think we should leave it that raw wood look. I'm digging the wood. I'm
Kind of adds some
I think
nice character and makes it feel homey.
I think if we painted it white, it would just kind of, I don't know,
Blend in
with the walls.
And no one would fully appreciate all the hard work you just put into it.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
I
I mounted all the controls on the wall.
yeah, those look awesome.
Added a plug-in for the TV.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, everyone needs a TV when you camp, right?
Well, that was our first priority. Yeah, just
Yeah.
make sure we had a TV.
Yeah, we figured we don't watch TV at home. We might as well watch TV when we're camping.
Right. I think it's mostly like a contingency plan. Like if it rains or something, like it's good to have backup, right? So, let's add a third question then. Do you think we should paint the, what's it called, tongue and groove?
Well, it's tongue and groove, but I put it in backwards, and so it actually looks like shiplap. If you put it the other way, it looks like traditional tongue and groove.
Yeah.
But this way, it looks just like a shiplap would.
So, should we paint it white to match everything else? Or should we leave it natural and you just put like a clear poly over it, or?
Yeah, we just clear it.
Alright, so.
That'd be my vote.
Alright, so we didn't quite get to boxing out that area, but that's how it always goes, right? It'll happen, but that does look really cool. I'm really happy with how that turned out. We are always aware any weight we're adding into the camper, that we're very intentional about it and that it serves a very specific purpose. We also know we have taken out a lot of storage in here, and so we are going to be adding more in than was there before up front. But
yeah, so up front, it was just like a hollow shell. There was nothing behind any of it that was here. So we have to build it back because when the bed folds out, part of the bed sits on it.
Yeah.
And so we'll build it back the way it was, only instead of it being just a hollow shell, we'll put like 2 big, I don't know, not really drawers, but yeah, like lids
on the top.
So
the whole thing will be pretty much
yeah,
storage.
we can store stuff inside of it.
Right. So, I mean, because we took out the dinette, which had storage in it, and then that big floor-to-ceiling cabinet. So we have lost quite a bit of storage that we're trying to put some of it back into. And also, hopefully, it just encourages us to pack really lightly. Right? So, all right, well, let us know what you think about the cabinet colors, whether or not we should paint the tongue and groove or leave it more natural wood, and about Tom's beard. So.
The other thing is, we are going to be leaving in 2 weeks.
Yep.
Everyone who has talked to us about this is very concerned for us.
Yeah.
What do we not know that, like,
like we told one friend, we're like, yeah, I'm going for 2 weeks, you know, down south, and they're like, well, at least there's hotels down there. We're like, wait, what does that mean? Right?
No, we're pulling our hotel.
So I know ideally we would go on a trip close to home first.
But today was negative 15 degrees out.
It's just not physically possible for us right now to do that.
Right.
And so we have to go south right now. So, you know, there's camper stores and there's Walmarts everywhere along the way. So, yeah,
anyway.
Let us know what we're not thinking about. So, all right. Well, we hope you have a really great weekend. We'd love to know what you're up to, and we'll visit with you again soon.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.